All right, it's another day. That means another adventure here today at Jaytoday&Gwentomorrow. All right, so we got storms last night here in Tennessee with some significant rain. So I figured I would, and usually what happens when that happens with the storms and the rain, the clouds like to hug the mountains. So I figured that's the way I would take. I'm gonna take 27 all the way down to Martin Luther King Boulevard in the downtown area. But as you can see, it doesn't look like there's much going on from the mountain's head. I must have misspoke or whatever, or jumped the gun on that one. But yeah, so we got a bunch of rain last night, and there were some severe storms. There were some trees down too somewhere, not sure where, but I didn't see any so far. So anyway, figured I'd take you guys along on a journey. Again, if you guys do like this content, please subscribe, so that way you can be notified when I upload again. I do upload frequently. This is so cool, seeing those towers up there on the hill right there with the fog like looking like it's cutting it in half. That is really neat. I think that's kind of cool, seeing that. Anyway, so if you guys do comment, I'll try to respond as we go. We have a bunch of plans for the near futures for visiting other locations, and we like to bring you guys along on our journey as we show you what those locations have to offer. So with that, I'm gonna let the camera do the viewing, and then I'll see you guys in the end as we finish up the journey from downtown Chattanooga. We are now leaving Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, and we'll see what it has to give, what the views have to give us today. So still looks like it's supposed to be raining for like the next 2 days. I think it's gonna rain into tomorrow. So I do know, I thought they said that we were supposed to get like 2.5 inches of rain. I don't know if that's still the case, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, it looks like the water's ponding over here in the ditches. So but no fog around the mountains here. I thought that there would have definitely been like really cool fog or whatever. I can see up ahead there is, but nothing over here. It's kind of weird. And this is the morning commute into downtown. Oh yeah. The river that we just passed back there, that, like, again, that water comes off the mountains from like the waterfalls and the creeks that combine into it. That water is definitely a lot higher than it was yesterday, so when I drove by, and again, that's because of all the rain that we're getting. And again, like I said, this is the morning commute into downtown Chattanooga, and currently today it is March 2nd. I almost said February, but it's March 2nd. Doesn't feel like it, I tell you that. So I really want to know what these white trees. Oh, look at all the ponding in there. Holy cow. The whole field right there is almost underwater. Actually, it is. The whole field is actually underwater back there. There's like trees that are on the side of the road that have like white flowers on it. I'm going to have to look that up. Because those are, right now, those seem to be blooming. And there's a lot of buds on other stuff too. So, I mean, obviously we're getting into spring. But those are blooming now probably for, like, I've started seeing those white flowers, I feel like for a month now almost. Like right there. Like, look at all those trees with the white flowers. Oh, it looks like we got some fog coming up, so that's kind of cool. I just love what it does to the mountains. Like I said, it's very unique on how it does what it does. It like hugs the mountains. I just find it interesting that there's none in Soddy Daisy, but up here there's, I mean, that is a lot. No. So, and again, this is going 27 south into Chattanooga. Obviously, we got about 10 miles before we get there, but there's a lot of curves, and you run the mountain down into Chattanooga, or run along the mountain, I should say. Say this is more like the valley, considering there's a mountain on one side, and then there's mountains on the right hand side, and there's mountains on the left hand side. So I was expecting more fog, but I guess you can't complain. You get a little bit, you just deal with it, you know. Imagine with all the rain we got, all the low-lying areas are areas of Chattanooga, and the surrounding areas that are notorious for flooding are probably underwater. I do know there's a spot on what's referred to as Boy Scout Road that floods with a little bit of rain, and I'm suspecting that that area probably is underwater too. So it has definitely been saturated the last, I mean, it seems like it's been raining every day for the last 2 months. But I'm exaggerating by that. I'm pretty sure we had days that it didn't rain, but it does seem like it has. So with all the rain that we've been getting, considering the drought that we were in, I mean, like, we are no longer in that drought with all the rain, because I mean, it's saturating the ground now, and now the risk is obviously with not only with flooding, but a lot of the mountain areas, you know, having, you know, I would suspect that they would have trees falling off those mountains, or rocks, ground shifting because the ground is saturated. So you know, it's just something to think about. So honestly was expecting more fog today with all the rain that we got, but I guess that's not happening. I never can predict. I always think that you're gonna get something, and then it doesn't happen. So I mean, there's some coming up here, but it's not like what it has been like there's been days where like you can't see anything with the fog. I mean, it's, considering the rain we got, I mean, I could hear the thunderstorms last night, so, or I should say overnight, so. purple flowers there. That's kind of cool. More purple flowers. I almost wonder if those are lilacs. Oh, there's the fog now. I actually was expecting it to be this way the whole way, so if you look right there over the above the fog right there, you can kind of see Lookout Mountain, but it is definitely foggy. About another 3 miles before I get off the highway here. Just a slow commute into the town today. And there's Lookout Mountain over there to the right. Can barely see it, the fog. Got a little stop and go traffic up here.